I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Boo signing on.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Giannouloudis, and guys, we have a very, very special guest here today. You might have seen him on our past video 1 year ago, but guys, he's in a whole different place now, and he's got a whole lot of more motivation to bring to you. Guys, Stephan Cawley is here. If you don't remember, he's like a brother to me. This guy has always been by my side. I've tried to be by his side whatever I can, and just being able to grow in his presence helps me get to a whole different level. Guys, he is a bodybuilder, he's a nutrition coach, he's a personal trainer, and he's a new sponsor of the Jed North Bodybuilding clothing line. Steve, thank you for being back.
No problem, brother.
Yeah, thanks. And you know, when we were going over, guys, a topic to bring to you today for the video, something about you, Steve, that has always sparked me is you can just get into such an unbridled focus lane. And why that inspires me so much, because you've been through numerous struggles, and yet every time you go through a struggle, you always come out stronger. So I want to dive into that with you, because I feel like that could help someone else out there who's going through their own struggles. How are you able to overcome when those struggles come to you?
I think it started in high school, senior year. I was doing track and field, and my grandmother was dying of cancer.
Okay.
And at the same time, I was throwing the best I ever tried. I was trying to hit 50 feet in shot put with big track meets coming up.
Yeah.
And, that was the first time I was going through something where I had to go see her getting sick every day and take care of her with my dad and my family. At the same time, go to practice, stay focused on school and everything. And it just, I wanted to do it for her. I wanted to do it for my family, and just needed to take the focus off that and try to make something positive out of it.
Yeah.
And, I remember after she had passed, I ended up winning the state championship. I think it was like Division 4 that year.
Really?
And my dad was like crying so happy.
Yeah,
and the team was
awesome.
happy, and a lot of people, because they know how much I'd been through that year. And that meant a lot to him. And then fast forward to college with you.
Yep.
And, struggling a little bit in track. I think it was freshman I think it was sophomore year, your first year on the team, my second year of college, first year on Bridgewater.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was dying at the time.
I remember, yep.
And once again, I was just supremely focused, just trying to do it for him, do it for my grandmother. Just them always on my mind. Just, they sacrificed a lot to come to this country and make a life for my family, and the least I could do was, compete at the best level I could, not make any excuses for myself. He passed. Graduate, or come to close to graduation my senior year, and my other grandfather is passing away. And that was tough, because senior year I put so much pressure on myself to, I actually was trying so hard, I wasn't throwing well at all. I remember winter season, I couldn't throw shot put at all. I threw the weight throw. I think it made a meet with the weight throw, but that was terrible. Then come spring, I remember talking to him when he was kind of sick, and he was like, look, forget about that winter season you had. Spring's brand new, go out and get him. And he'd always say, give him hell. And we opened up the Bridgewater meet. My first throw with discus, I won the meet with that throw. As I was about to throw, my dad came up and goes, Steve, he yells at me, and I threw the best throw.
That's awesome.
Right off the bat, I get goosebumps thinking about it.
Right.
And, he didn't pass till after college, but I went on a run there at the end at Bridgewater where I broke the discus record, qualified for every meet, came home with a medal every meet, beat kids from UConn and Harvard and stuff, and I kept coming home putting the medals on his neck, and he put a big smile on his face even though he was sick. And he didn't pass away till the fall after that. But that was tough. When he passed, it was like the last real grandparent that I had. And I remember being in the gym the next day and being like, what am I doing this for now? They're all gone, and who am I doing it for? And had to realize that I'd do it for me. And, it's my form of therapy.
Exactly.
There's no ego to it. A lot of people think it's an ego. They see me and they think that it's a cocky thing. It's an insecure thing. It's numerous things that if you're doing it for those reasons, it's unhealthy. But it's not. It's trying to make my family proud, make my family name proud.
Yeah.
And it's been therapy, and it's like you grow through the pain. You know?
Oh yeah, exactly. See, I love that because you kind of learned through the pain that you went through, and that's what we do. Like you say, you grow through the pain. But when you were going through the pain in college, in high school as well, you always had a grandparent that was there to watch over you, and then when they passed, that's when you pushed more because you want to do it for them. You want to do it for them, and to see where you've grown to now, you kind of just mentioned it. You were able to take that where you're no longer doing it for anyone else, you're doing it for you. And you've got your family in your corner, but how were you able to switch that? Because I think a lot of people that are pursuing a goal in life, whatever it is, whether it's a fitness goal or business goal, whatever, they want to try to do it to help their family out. They want to do it to prove the naysayers wrong. They're everything under the sun, but they're taking it off of themselves. You've now been able to switch that where you're like, this is my goal. This is my dream. I'm focused on it. I know I can do this because you had the inspiration your entire life.
Yeah.
How are you able to put that back on yourself? Like, what's the switch that you made?
It wasn't so much, not having them here doesn't mean they don't motivate me still. Yeah. There are days where I gotta find some sad bagpipes playing on my iPod or something.
It's awesome.
And think about them and dig deep. Or you watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
The scene where they're playing The Chain by Fleetwood Mac and he starts thinking about his mom.
Yeah.
And all the memories with her.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
How that scene, I've played in the gym multiple times this year on my bad days, and it gets me fired up.
Yeah.
To think about that and channel that kind of.
That's cool. You can pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing it for them.
Yeah.
It's just that you can't let the only thing that motivates you be sadness.
Yeah.
You got to be motivated by your strengths too. You got to be motivated by, like, bodybuilding good places. You got to be motivated by a big lift you got. Motivated by seeing the scale move up, or by just seeing your body improve, your arms or legs grow bigger than they have before.
Yeah.
You can't focus on all the negative and just try to get positive out of negative. Sometimes it's like, look back, see how far you've come. Get motivated by yourself.
Exactly.
Or others around you too. You being successful makes me want to be successful, motivates me. And you only have you to blame if you don't achieve your goals.
Exactly.
I can't blame other people for me not accomplishing what I want to do. It's my problem. It's my I wouldn't put that on anyone else. That's how I was raised too.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. You're right. You can't. It is on you. Yeah. But you built the inspiration because you had everyone paving the way for you.
Right.
And now you can leave your own mark.
I wouldn't be where I am without my grandparents coming from Ireland,
and
my grandparents coming from Italy.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad meeting all the things that had to make it so I'm here right now.
Yeah.
You can't. People forget about that stuff. They don't give credit to the journeys and the battles and the tribulations and trials that people had to go through just like you're where you are in life.
Exactly, right?
So I never forget that.
Yeah, and that's awesome because you're right. Everyone doesn't look that up.
Right.
Yeah. I can look back at my family. If my grandfather wasn't the first person to come here from Greece, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But to see how far our family has come because he took a chance when everyone else told him no, that's something right there. But not too many people today look at their family's history to see where you've actually come from. And that's not that long ago.
No.
My grandfather, he's 85. That wasn't that long ago that he came over from Greece. It could be a whole different lifestyle right now.
Right. I'm the second generation here. Or third generation here, sorry.
Yeah.
And my brother, and that's not a lot of separation there.
Yeah.
Right. My grandparents were first, my parents were born here, and then us. So second generation born here, so that's crazy to think about, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, how are you able to take the struggle, find the focus, but more put it onto, I guess, a career perspective? Because you with the bodybuilding, you've been through injuries. Yeah. That's an injury right there. You're stuck in it. You recently hurt your labrum.
My shoulder,
and now you're...
Shoulder, hamstring, and back all in this off-season.
Exactly.
Tough,
Now, for people in the gym perspective, a fitness perspective right now, how are you able to bounce back? Because when I can remember being injured just throwing with you in college.
You got injured a lot.
My knees weren't there.
You had like old man knees.
Yeah, exactly. They're better now, thankfully. When you take shot put off, it's crazy how your body recovers.
Yeah, seriously. You're like stone cold, like 2 knee braces.
Just needed the knee braces.
Let's do it.
Handing out stunners, but I didn't throw
and
well.
They go in the gym and he's got every plate on the leg press.
Yeah. I don't know why they hurt.
I know. But, you got to learn, whoever's watching this and has an injury, take care of it right now. Don't wait, because later on you'll be paying for it. You don't take care of it, let it heal appropriately right now. Later on, you're going to tear it again, pull it again, break it again, hurt it again.
Yeah.
We're covered now. So I benched 500 pounds last year.
Yeah.
After my show this year, I was doing 400 pounds. I think, oh, that's probably really light, right?
Yeah.
Well, it takes a while for strength to get back up once you diet down that much.
Yeah.
And the bar came down weird. I held my arm cocked, felt the pull, pop. It was the worst feeling.
Yeah.
And I thought I might have torn a pec or a bicep, but ended up being my labrum. So I couldn't raise my arm too high. I couldn't bend my arm too far back. I was so frustrated because I'm coming off of the best I've ever looked on stage.
Yeah, seriously, that
the biggest I've ever been, the most conditioned I've ever been. Qualified for nationals again, and was like, "This is awful." I was doing construction at the time. I couldn't work.
Yeah.
So it really ruined a lot. I had to go back. I had to game plan to go back in the gym. I literally had to, for probably 4 weeks or 4 chest workouts, figure out what's going to hurt it and aggravate it and what won't. If it came down to doing a lot of fly movements. And just figuring out what wouldn't aggravate it, what wouldn't cause inflammation, what would re-injure it, pull it too far. So you just kind of got to work around it and see what works for you. Just because I couldn't do flat bench doesn't mean my chest wouldn't grow. And if anything, it's probably grown more because I've had to switch my workouts up.
Yeah.
Hamstring luckily healed pretty quickly. Yeah. And my back healed pretty quickly. But the chest I'm still kind of dealing with, and it's been maybe almost 3 months now. It's finally pretty much back to normal.
Okay,
so
there you go.
Thank God. But just doesn't mean you got to miss the gym. Doesn't mean I'm going to quit or stop. It just means work around it. That's all you can do.
No, exactly. That brings up a whole nother topic as well. On the idea of struggle and focus, your unbridled focus, your just ability to tap into that. What the struggle for a lot of people is the mental strain. And you in the bodybuilding field, that's a physical strain, but there is so much mentality to that. And then looking back at how we were in college, throwing itself was just such a mental game where if you weren't there, if you're stressed out over anything, your throws could go completely left, you're gone.
Yeah.
But you now have grown so much to where you're able to understand, all right, my hamstring's gone, my shoulder's gone, my back's gone. How can I find the answer to this? Like you just said to everyone watching, you got to handle it now. You're no longer in the zone where you get stressed out and everything. Like you may get upset, but you're now at a point where, all right, you can take a step back, still have that focus. I'm going to come back 10 times better, but I'm going to do it now.
Right.
How are you able to overcome the mental strain? Because there's a lot with everything goes on in our lives.
Track was a lot. Being away from family, being at Bridgewater, and because we're so close, that was a strain. Praying helped. If you're not religious, you don't have to be, but praying. I prayed on my own a lot. In my room, you guys would never really see me. Going to meets, I would do it. And I could have the worst week or have a lot going on, or deal with my grandfather getting sick. And I would just put my music on and focus the whole way to the meet. And when it was time to throw, it was time to throw. Just zone out everything.
Sometimes you just zone peaceful out. Zone right there.
Just block out the whole world.
That's what prayer does too.
And with bodybuilding, it's not much different. I got to get in the car, clear my head, put some good music on with words that really speak volumes to me. Drive to the gym. People probably think I'm crazy, just like headbanging or really getting focused into it. And it just gets me right in the zone to lift, no matter if I'm injured or what's going on. You just got to find that motivation. But that's pretty much it.
I get that. It kind of brings up another idea that we were talking about before we put the video, we were going over struggles and everything. And, you got injuries, you got personal struggles, you got family struggles. In the gym area, you go through another struggle that people may find in the gym, people may find elsewhere, but there is a lot of discrimination that you have to go through that puts a lot more stress on your mind. That's a whole different game to overcome. So talk to us about that discrimination, because there's a lot going on.
It's something I didn't think about getting into bodybuilding. I wish I could go tell my 13-year-old self buying those muscle mags, don't do it. Groceries are really expensive and you have no life. And no, I'm just kidding. But the toughest thing is the things that people say and how they look at you. I mean, the bigger I get, I'm only 260 pounds right now, but get up to 270 or maybe to 280 this year. People just look at you in a very mean way. People snicker. People have come up to me and told me right off the bat they don't like my body. That's too much muscle. I'd never want to look like that. Or that's gross. That's too much.
Why? Why do they have?
And I would never go up to an overweight person and do the same thing back, but they think that it's appropriate.
Yeah.
People also assume that you're mean.
Yeah.
So many people think I'm mean, that I would be aggressive or they just judge you because you have muscle and you're a big person. And it's funny because like Billy knows me and I could watch Disney movies all day. I love going to Disney World. I love babies and holding babies and puppies, and I sing and play guitar, and like I'm such a big-hearted person, and I'll always help people. And I teach in schools too, so it's nice to give students, the new, like a different kind of view, and get rid of the stereotype where a big muscular person isn't just a meathead, like not dumb.
Yeah,
he can be well-spoken, articulate, intelligent, and can also sing or dance or be athletic, and people just think so little of you, and women are afraid of me sometimes, or intimidated, or they won't approach you. Or I've actually gone up to in my gym, trainers will personal trainers are training their clients, and I'll walk over and I'll say hi on purpose. I remember one day I saw this guy looking at me, and so I went over and I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Like, you're doing really good." I saw him make a lot of progress in a couple of weeks, and I walked away. And the personal trainer came back up to me afterwards, and he goes, "It's so funny. He was just saying how you look like you're really intimidating and how he'd never go up to you."
Wow.
And then the guy came up and he goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry for saying that." He goes, "You're so sweet and nice. I'm sorry for judging you."
Wow.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
You don't think about that. You don't think, like, it's hard to find clothes that fit. It's hard to find pants that fit and different things. People kind of just like judge you or think differently, and they're gonna do that no matter what. You can't change people's opinion, but
that's what's sad.
It's a bad. I mean, I know my buddies in the sport who are bigger probably get it way worse, but we're all nice guys. You see anyone in the gym that's a big person. It took a lot to get there, and they'll ask for advice, come right up. I'm approachable.
Yeah.
Half the time I see the little kids in the gym looking at me, I go up to them and go, "What do you need help with? Or what can I help you with? Or I help them with form. Or please, my name's Steve, come up to me anytime you need something." And they love that. And then we're best friends, and I'd rather be that way.
No, I get that, exactly.
So that's funny.
There's a lot going on though. And like we talk about in a gym setting, but like you see it from an image perspective. Like you talk about you work in the schools and everything. Mm-hmm. I think it's really cool how the kids can come to you and make jokes with you, whatever it is, you're there with them. But because they can come and see like, all right, there's this big muscular guy, he's my teacher and everything, he's here, that gives a kid inspiration and be like, I can look how I want to look, because if he has confidence to go do that, I can have confidence to go do this.
Yeah, I say it to all of them too.
Yeah.
I could never look like that. Or if a little kid's like, I can do 30 push-ups, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't ever put someone down for what they do. Or if a kid ever tells me, "Oh, my dad's as big as you," I was like, "I bet he is. I bet he's bigger than me." Like, always do that. Don't ever put someone down to make yourself feel better. And I love being in schools to encourage kids.
Yeah.
I love helping people with bodybuilding. I love being like the captain of the track team to encourage you guys. Like where you are now. I mean, if I played any role in making you guys more confident, then that's great.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. No, because like you inspire people.
Try to.
And that's where your focus comes even more into play. And that's why I wanted to be today's topic, because we can go over the struggles you've been through, but when you're around Steve and he taps into that focus, what that does for you is so inspiring. It's like, all right, if Steve can handle the weight of the world on his shoulders, literally and figuratively, and like he can still overcome what he's going through career-wise, something could happen in his family, he switches everything up, and yet he's still there, pursuing his goal of being a bodybuilder, yet handling everything else. That's something that I'm so happy that I was able to have you in my life, because that keeps me going. And that's something that I hope kids you train, you're a nutrition coach, I hope they bring you these problems as well, just so you can spark something in them.
That's what it's all about. It means you made me cry saying that. No, I mean,
see, he's a nice guy.
I'm so sentimental, but it's that's all life's about, is helping people.
Yeah.
Help people move forward. I don't care if you're more successable than me or if Matt Chase is more successful than me.
Yeah. Got some viewers in the background today, guys.
We have a little audience in the back. I think about it all the time that I've been with people who purposely held me back so I wouldn't be better than them.
Yeah.
And as soon as I met you guys, I was like I was since I was a kid. I learned something. I'm going to teach it to somebody. So I want to see them do it and see the excitement in their face.
Yeah.
I've been doing karate in my backyard. I teach my little cousin the same karate, and he gets so excited. But it's you gotta be encouraging. Yeah. It means the most if I've inspired you guys, and what else is the point of life? Or make something of yourself, give back.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So is that right there a pivotal piece? Because when you, like, you know, prior to putting the video, and we went over, you know, you've lost a lot of your buddies recently.
Yeah, the last contest prep, I lost 2 friends, which was and 2 friends who inspired me and locally, and who were there for me for bodybuilding. One was my buddy Leroy, who he was a Boston firefighter who passed away, and he actually taught Joe Rogan, I think jiu-jitsu in Boston. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He was one of the first people that Joe Rogan used to like fight with and stuff, and taught him.
Wow.
His son does it now too, and he would diet his son into shows, and he'd come in the gym, and he always seemed to know if I had a bad day.
Yeah.
Always seemed to know if I had a bad day, and would be there for me. He'd know just what to say. He'd motivate me. He'd just turn my mood around.
Yeah.
And I thanked him for it, because I'm sentimental like that.
Yeah.
You never know when someone's last moment is, but I wish I could have got to say more to him.
Yeah.
And I found out he had passed away, and just, that was tough. And I went to his services and said hi to everybody and gave everyone hugs, and he had impacted so many people. It's beautiful to see a line out the door for someone who had touched so many lives. Yeah. And ironically, he gave me the Art of War book by Sun Tzu, which I haven't read. I need to read.
Yeah, it's a classic.
But, you know, it was funny because when he passed, ironic maybe, or if you believe in these things, but I put on the radio and a Macklemore song was playing.
Oh, yeah?
And he sings about reading Sun Tzu,
really?
And I was like, a little hello from him.
You gotta pick it up.
I'm like, what are the odds of that, you know?
That's awesome.
And so he was a mentor to me. And then right before my show, I was about 2 weeks out, a good buddy of mine, Corey, died. And that was tough. I was in the gym, and the owner of the gym came over because he went there and was like, oh, did you hear that Corey passed away? And I couldn't make the connection because I didn't think he was doing so well. He had just sold the barbershop he had and got a new job. Anyways. Yeah. And I was just crying. And I was like, finish your workout. I almost like hurt my quad. I put weight on randomly and almost hurt myself. And it's just like, you know what? He'd want you to finish the workout. Yeah, right. And then I just went outside and just was upset. But that was tough. I mean, these people, sometimes in your life for a short amount of time, a long amount of time, you don't know how much, they don't even know how much that they inspired me or were there for me on days when I didn't ask for help, and they just gave it. Yeah. And, you know, if someone passes away, then you just got to keep their values and their memory alive. And maybe you go to the gym and see someone having a tough day and you're there for them. And you motivate and inspire other people to chase their dreams. Exactly. And it just keeps going. It's a cycle of life that's sad sometimes, but whether you're having problems at home, whether it be like girlfriend or boyfriend or family or someone sick, or your dreams are never going to be a nice straight path with no
everywhere.
with no disturbances.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something that comes up, and you just got to get ready for it, and you just got to go with it. Yeah. And just not lose focus.
Exactly. And do you see yourself doing that on a daily basis? Because your twists and turns that have been the pursuit of your dream, your journey, they've made you so strong. And to be able to give that strength to others, what you just said with you, it's never going to be a straight path. And you got to be ready for those moments where it's like, there could be a bump in the road. But if you're prepared for it, it's not going to throw you down as much as it could. And that's where you can get up. That's where your focus comes into play.
Yeah, I've pretty much gone through whatever you can go through.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know, God forbid, worse things, but there's been a lot of things. So I'm used to it. I can help other people overcome the same things.
Exactly.
And you just got to get ready for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's phenomenal. Yeah.
I was going to make another point, but I forget.
That's all right.
There's another point to what you said.
Yeah. That's all right, though. But, you know, to go on that idea, where do you see your focus taking you? You know?
That's what I was going to say. Okay. To go with your point with this. Yeah. It's just that I'm just so stubborn. Yeah. I was raised by stubborn men who, if they had a goal in mind, that you can't get them to get off the path. So
exactly.
It takes a certain amount of just being straight up stubborn. Yeah. Nope, gonna do it.
Yeah.
My thing is, if I never make it as a pro bodybuilder, and I'm honest with myself, I might never make that. Not that I couldn't, but if I don't, and the path doesn't lead me there, I gave it my all.
Oh, yeah.
I left everything in the circle with shot put, discus, with track. I hung up those throwing shoes. My last competition, I kept throwing as far as I could possibly throw. I missed nationals by 1 spot. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
I was like tied for 10th.
Yeah.
I threw even better. That kid ahead of me was at ECACs. He threw even better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of the meet. My career's over. What a weird feeling, but
yeah.
I gave it everything.
Wow.
That's all you can do. It's just like life.
Yeah.
When it's all over, did you give it everything you could? Did you wake up every day and give it everything you possibly could? Or did you make excuses for yourself?
Yeah.
So I'm just stubborn. Awesome. That gets me through it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, gotta go.
There's it's funny you bring up, like, this is your life. Did you give it everything? I was in a webinar last night by Les Brown, a world-renowned speaker, and he goes, you're supposed to rob the cemetery of your dreams. Meaning you don't leave anything left when you go to that gravesite, and that's what you're putting out there. Leave nothing in the tank, and that's 100% what you do.
Yeah, exhaust your resources.
Yeah.
You're not getting where you're supposed to be. If you're having struggle losing weight, I'll plug myself. Reach out to me.
Yeah.
If you can't get any bigger, you can't get any stronger, reach out to me. Yeah. Or, not just me, I support everyone who does this. Reach out to someone that knows more than you. You don't know everything.
Exactly.
When we threw shot put, thank God Mike Salem came and taught me to spin. And I threw way better, way more consistently, and threw discus further than I did the heavier discus in high school. I threw way further in college with everything because I'm like, and I was willing to learn. You got to be willing to learn and eyes and ears open.
Yeah.
And you'll just become better for it.
Exactly.
You can't think you know everything. Like I said, exhaust all your resources. You want to be a better sprinter, runner. You want to be better at owning a business. You want to be a better motivational speaker, a life coach, teacher, professor, whatever you're doing. Find the person you admire. Ask them for advice.
Yeah.
Don't just give up.
Exactly.
Don't just give up and say, oh, I don't know. I can't find it out. I can't do this or that.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays with social media. Reach out to anybody you want to. Exactly. I talked to pro bodybuilders I never thought would give me the time of day.
Right.
I've met pro bodybuilders and they just, or whatever it may be, whatever I'm getting into.
And that's something you've always done. Because I can remember, prior to you actually pursuing the bodybuilding dream on such a level you're at now, I can remember being with you in college. You're getting ready to go into a big meet. You reached out to one of the Olympic throwers for the U.S., and they responded to you. Adam Nelson. Adam Nelson.
A couple times.
Yeah.
I reached out to Mike Stolz, who won the 92 Olympics.
Yeah.
Threw 71 feet with his glide for help.
Phenomenal.
But on the same day, this is very cool, on the same day that Adam Nelson, I think it was 04 Athens, he came in second to Yuri Bilanog, okay? Now, they both tied for the best throw. So then it goes to your second best throw. Yeah. He ended up losing. Well, they did his drug test later because they freeze drug tests to go 2 or 3. That guy ended up failing his second drug test.
Wow.
Years later. That was 04. We're talking 2014.
Wow.
Or 2013 or whatever. Years later they do it. So they awarded him the gold. Kind of bittersweet, but it was some huge, I think, outdoor meet. They gave it to him with his family there.
That's awesome.
On that same day is the first day that I broke 50 feet in college with the college shot put.
Yeah.
So I had tweeted to him or something. I didn't tweet anymore.
But
it was like, it's so cool the day that I threw 51 feet. He gets awarded the gold because I looked up to him my whole life, and he reached out to me and said, "That's awesome. You have bigger throws coming or something."
That's sick.
So that was incredible. Yeah,
I
mean, my whole life, I was like, "No way!" Yeah. I remember we were in the weight room, like, "I got this."
Exactly.
That was so cool. And right there, I'm still smiling about it. You don't know how much you impact somebody.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed when people look up to me because I'm at no level. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. I haven't really, in my mind, accomplished anything that I really want to. But some people look up to me and I make them that happy. I'm like, it's such a simple, free thing to do, just believing and giving back to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was so excited about that.
Cool. So you've been exhausting your resources since I've known you. So when he says that, guys, like, I'm gonna put his Instagram at the end of this video. Reach out to him if you want. If you have a nutrition goal, a fitness goal, whatever it is, he's the guy to go to. I've trained under him, and then watching him to see where he's gotten to, he's the guy to go to. Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah. Now you're still taking on clients and everything for
everything.
Yeah.
Well, and you could see my profile or me and think that it's just bodybuilding or female bodybuilders or bikini competitors and stuff. No, majority of what I do is weight loss.
Yeah, exactly.
The general public, and people just want to be in shape.
Yeah.
They don't want too stressful of a diet. I go by everyone's, what's your work schedule like?
Yeah.
What are the food choices that you like to eat, that you enjoy?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this exhausting, thing that you hate. You can mix up the flavors of your food and stuff like that. And, I'm constantly sending different workouts and mixing things up. And, we do check-ins once a week.
Yeah.
So I can see how the person's progressing and then change it from there.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much always taking clients, so I'm never going to turn somebody down.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm taking on clients.
Yeah.
And I'll help anybody, no matter what the goal is.
Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
open to it. And a lot of my friends have gone to him, and I've seen their results.
Oh, they've done crazy well.
Yeah. He's the guy to go to, guys. But, Steve, I thank you for being on today.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me again.
I love it, dude. Like, your focus is just, I keep saying unbridled focus, because it's uncontrolled. You're set when you go.
Here's the thing too, because you keep saying it, but you can't do it alone. If it wasn't for being able to reach out to a friend like Billy, or have my family support network so close, my mom, dad, my brother were so close, or have aunts or uncles or friends, good personal friends at home too. You need to also not be afraid to rely on people if you're not okay, or need to talk to somebody. When you're chasing your dreams and goals, it can get lonely. Do not be afraid to lean on somebody else.
Yeah.
And talk to somebody. That's a big thing too. We
Oh,
always
yeah.
have each other's backs.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
When it's tough, and that's important too. So
Yeah.
I can't take all the credit for everything. Everyone helped me along the way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get to a bigger place. So
Definitely.
that's it, man.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Hopefully next year I'm a pro or something like that.
There you go. Hey, he's coming back on the
Or
show.
hopefully I get a nice big win under my belt or something.
There you go. Yeah. It's phenomenal. Guys, look Steve up. His Instagram is going to be the end of this. Reach out to him if you have a nutrition goal, if you want to get fit, whatever it may be, just lose weight. He's the guy to go to, guys. You want to learn more about his focus, reach out to me, reach out to him. We could tell you stories till, the sun goes down for that matter, but it's incredible. I thank you guys for tuning in today. Like this message so we spread it to more people. If this impacted you, or if someone you know could be sparked by Steve's story or something that we mentioned today, share it to them directly. And guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button right below the video so we can get that number up so we can spread it to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Steve, I thank you so much for being here.
No problem, brother.
Yeah, awesome. Have a good one, guys.
I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there.